Oh god, is he going to attack me? Oh my god, you sound like a little baby crying. What is happening? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That is a weird sound you make. What's up, Tube Kids? Welcome back to Bear Bashes Buttons. I am Bear, and today we're bashing buttons with Medieval Dynasty once again. And as you can see, and hear, our fella is now freezing because it's winter. Yes, last time we were playing it was the last day of autumn, and now we've been struck by a fearsome winter. As you can see, everything's covered in snow. I think there's some new sound effects as well for snow as you walk through, which is lovely, lovely, lovely. But what we'll do is we'll just pop into our lovely house here. We're going to the chest, and we're going to pop on our fur boots and our fur hood. That should, in theory, help. That should help. I hope. Anyway, let's crack on with the day's work. So what we've got for us today is we've got our lovely shovel here. What we're going to do is we're going to dig up the rest of these logs. As you can see, there is a bunch of logs. So what we're going to do is we're going to dig those out, and then we're going to focus on our next task, which is maybe going to be to get someone to join our town so that they can be a worker. But also, we might look into making some money. Money, money, money. So without further ado, let's crack on with the logs. And there we go. Much better. You see we've got all the logs out, all the stumps that were left, and they're all pretty much gone. Oh, yeah, okay, apart from a few of that, but basically all the ones in the main village area are gone. And the good thing about this is it actually allows us to build a lot more buildings eventually, so we'll be able to get a lot more stuff in here that I wasn't able to do before with the shovel, which is interesting. But yeah, there we go. We learn as we go. I also actually got rid of one of these little clay deposits, so if you dig into them, you can see that it's kind of like chopping down a tree, so it diminishes in health, I guess, but yeah, it sort of diminishes in percentages, and then you get clay. So we've got 6 clay now. I'm not quite sure where clay, I mean obviously a pottery of some sort, but might be used for other things that you can construct with. I'm not sure, but I'm just taking this sort of storage place as something where you put everything. So I'm just dumping everything I pretty much get in here, apart from things that I know go in certain places. I mean, you can see there are 57 logs that we've got going there. So we've also got the sticks and feathers and stones that we're putting in here. So you'll see if you go to here, we're just putting all the feathers in there and the logs and sticks and stones, because I'm pretty sure that when we put someone on the workbench, this is where they managed to grab their stuff from. Right, and now, speaking of grabbing stuff from stuff, we are going to see if we can try our hand at some sewing. And I think if we go over to our technology panel over here, we can see that if we go to manufacturing and we go to sewing, I mean, we've got lots of stuff that we can be doing soon as well. But you can also see that we've got capelets and cuffs and shirts and God knows what else. So we're going to start with the fabric here. So if we just release that, because then we can start making shirts. And the shirts, I think, are going to sell for pretty much the most. However, we are going to need to get to that initial price. So with this, we're going to go over here. We're going to go, I think it's in here. Yeah, we're going to grab our linen thread. And then we're going to go over here to our loom. And then you make thread into fabric. So what you can do is you can use all of the thread and make fabric. Or what you can do is, I think what we'll do is we'll do maybe, I think it was like 3 to 1, wasn't it? Let's just quickly check that. Sewing. So this one. So it's 1 fabric and 2 thread. So I think if we go to the loom here and we craft, maybe if we make 4 and leave 2 left over, so then we're sort of even on the old things. And there we go, making some lovely fabric. Oh, that is great. That is just great. Been looking forward to this actually for a while. This is actually quite an exciting little prospect that we've got going on. And there we have it. Our fabric has been made, finished up on the lovely loom, and then eventually we're going to be able to go over here to the crafting table. But for now, what we'll do is we'll stick the fabric in there, we'll stick the thread in there, we're going to put the rotten stuff in the barn, But for now, our people are also very hungry. Oh, of course, because scavenging. She's not going to be able to scavenge because there's nothing to find. Okay, so let's go over here to our management. We'll go to our buildings and we'll go to our hunting. Right, Ludmira. Is there anything else that she can do? So she's getting berries and mushrooms. That's probably not going to be enough, is it? Maybe she can hunt. Let's see, what is her skills in hunting? I bet they're just awful, aren't they? Whoa. Ludmira, 2. Okay, 2 is not terrible. The last time we told her to hunt, she literally got no food. So I am slightly conscious that that might not be the best thing for it. But what we'll do is we'll go to Hunting Lodge. We'll open the details. We'll actually remove her from that. Then we'll sign her again. And we'll put her as a hunter. Now, I'm pretty sure that she needs more things. So it says knife, but it doesn't say that we don't have the knife. Oh, there we go. No tool. Right? So what we'll do is... I think meat is pretty much the only thing we need. So we'll turn up the intensity on that. Right, so she needs a knife, which is interesting because I thought she'd need like a bow or something. But we'll grab some stuff for a knife. I don't really know how much stuff we actually need. 10? I don't know. Maybe it's a lot? I don't know. Let's find out. So if we go in here, go to here. There we go. We'll do 2 knives. Perfect. So we'll just craft these knives. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them... And I found that if you put them in the actual sort of storage barn, the big barn that we built over to our left, then you can actually give them... So like essentially the workers will come here and use them. Last time I tried to put them in the... like the what's it called, the shed, the hunting cabin, and it didn't seem to work, which was interesting. I've already got a knife as well, so yeah, so let's pop those 2 in there. Stone knives, there we go. And now if we go to here and we go to our building, Hunting Lodge, yeah, no food, but if you look to here, it just says working, which is great. It might actually be good to get someone on berries and mushrooms as well. Let's see. Oh no, sorry, this one and this one. So Berta the farmer does have some gathering skills. However, I don't know. I think this is gathering actually. I don't know if her farming work at the moment is going to be sort of that crucial. It could be helping. It could just be that she's not doing that much, to be honest. Let's see what she's on here. So she's working the flour because she's got no resources for anything else, which is interesting. Now it says no resources for fertilizer, but we do have fertilizer in here. So I wonder, right, I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go over to the actual barn. I'm going to put it in the barn and see if that changes. What I'm trying to figure out is exactly where each resource needs to go in relation to the job that the person's doing. So I found out that tools and things need to go in that shed, and then they can use the tools. That was quite an easy one to figure out. But the rest of it does seem to be a little obscure, I guess. So if I pop that in there, let's see what it says now in here. If I go to the barn, it still says no resources, and it says no resources on there either. Interesting. Cost of wheat. Cost rot. So maybe it's because she's actually used all the rot that we actually had as well. So if we put that in there, let's see, how does that come up on the old resources list? There we go. So now she's creating fertilizer from that rot, which means that the fertilizer will actually end up in that barn, in the big barn over there, because that's where I found that fertilizer there. Great. Okay. Very productive. Okay. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll go over to the village and we shall see how much things are selling for. Let's see what we've got in our inventory. So stone knives are always pretty good. 30. We definitely won't get 30 for them, obviously. But what we can start to look at is like hoes and shovels and things. But knives always seem to go for the most. Obviously clothes are also what we're trying to get to. Nothing is planted in winter. We missed our rye grain chance to sow, which is a bit annoying because it was actually in the autumn. But let's go and see if we can start selling some stuff. Let's see how much the knives go for and the hoes and all that sort of stuff, because I do think it depends on the time of year. I guess a knife would be pretty useful this time of year because there's a lot of hunting going on. Oh, she's always in here. Where's the... You there. Show me your wares. So she would buy the knife for 10, bow for 18, but bow needs string, which is actually quite hard to make and quite expensive. Bag obviously goes for the most, but again, we need... That's a little bit of technology we haven't got yet. Yeah, fur stuff. Yeah, so the knife definitely goes for the most, which is interesting. Okay, I'll go now. Goodbye. So what we're going to do is we're going to go we're going to go make a bunch of knives that we're going to sell to make enough money so that we can start making shirts. And then shirts is going to be our new production line. That's what we're going to get most of our stuff from. What we could do now as well is also go hunting for a little bit, get some meat, stock up our food for all the clearly starving people, and that hopefully will help with their moods because they are rather peed off. I mean, you've got 57 logs in the storage barn itself, so that's definitely going to be enough wood for them, for their fires and things, for a good long while. But for now, I think what we'll do is we'll focus on maybe hunting first. Yeah, and then we'll come back and get our lovely shirt. We'll get our knives made, and then we'll get our shirts made once we've bought the technology. Because that's also going to be good to get some of that flax that we've already got. Now, he's about here somewhere. If we go to our inventory, we'll go to our management. You can actually see where people are. So he's just to our left here somewhere, I think. Or maybe that's Ludmira. Bert is farming. Ludmira, I think, is in here. Okay, maybe not. Where are our villagers? Oh my god, yeah, she's in here. Okay, cool. I think she's probably working. Doesn't actually say if they're working or not, which is a bit annoying. You have to go sort of here and see what they're actually doing. Yeah, so it's working. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, well, let's go and get some food for our very hungry villagers. We'll feed their bellies, and then we'll go and try and craft some knives and sell them to the villagers so we can get money to make shirts, which is going to be very exciting. Also, do let me know, guys, in the comments below if you want to see any, like, just tutorials on how-tos and things. I think I'm going to do a farming tutorial, and then I'll go on to a crafting tutorial and maybe some sewing tutorials as well on how you can do things. But let me know if there's anything that you guys really want to know. Yeah, I'm looking to branch out into some more tutorial-based stuff, which could be really fun. There's a lovely buck that we can go for, looking very epic in the undergrowth. Let's just see if we can sneak around, get him from a better angle. Here we go. Oh, he's looking right at us. Sorry, mate. Definitely would not normally be doing this. Oh! 2 stone arrows. Pretty good. It's got to be a record. There we go. So we'll skin him. We'll get some food for the village. And that will surely help. I think what's also going to be really interesting is figuring how we can turn flour into bread, and if we need a mill, or if we need some sort of kitchen, or something different that might involve... Oh, damn it. No way. Oh, yes. Look at that long shot. Okay, that one definitely missed. Did that first one hit? Can't even tell. I think so. I think I've got it twice now. One in the rump and one in the neck. Oh, where did that arrow go? There it is. Oh, you guys sound different. That's fun. I think it's the same deer. Okay, good shot. Wait, do you give me meat? Oh god, is he going to attack me? Oh my god, you sound like a little baby crying. What is happening? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That is a weird sound you make. I'm so sorry, Fox. Okay, skin. Oh man, I feel sad. Yeah, my bad. We kind of need the meat. Are we going to get enough meat from this? 2 meat, yeah, not great. I mean, I think we only get 3 from these guys anyway. Wait, what are those things? Are they just foxes as well? They're massive. We do have a hunt big game mission as well that we do have to do, which is basically going to be wolves, boars, but they call something else in this, and then a bear, which is kind of mad, but it could be really fun. But yeah, it's big game, so hunting these little guys doesn't really count, doesn't really do much. Okay, let's find maybe 1 more deer, and then that should be enough food for the village for a while. I'm so sorry, buddy. Oh, right in the eyeball. Let's go. Ooh, let's go this way. Oh, stop that. Just trying to get like a clean headshot on them so that we don't try and waste too many arrows. Because I do think they start to break like the spears do. Alright, alright. Okay, back of the head. Oh, that was just... It's like you saw it coming, wasn't it? I mean, seeing as you're right there, we might as well get some more meat. I'm sorry. Damn it. Right in the behind. Okay, so it definitely is to do with where you shoot them. Because as you can see, I'm sort of pumping them into the back. Yeah, cool. That is really good to know that it's actually where you, depending on where you shoot them, it takes more arrows, which is great. I mean, that's much more realistic. It definitely wasn't like that before, I'll tell you that. So it's good. All these updates that they're adding is really like adding to the realism of the thing, you know, and that's great to know. Again, it's interesting as well that from the villagers, I keep finding a lot of stone arrows out here. But that's probably just me being crap at shooting. But what is interesting as well is that when you send the villagers out to go hunting, she only needs a knife. So I wonder if that's because it's actually for getting the leather and for skinning and things rather than actually hunting. But then why doesn't it say that she needs a bow or a spear for hunting? I don't know. But again, I think we'll go and find out by going over there, figuring out whether we need a quick drink first. Going over there, seeing how she does her job, and then figuring out like how that works. Like, is she using resources that we've already killed? Like, is she going around just skinning the animals that we kill? So like we can just kill a bunch of animals, leave them, and then she'll come and skin them? Or does she actually go out and hunt the animals themselves and then bring meat home? Because the gathering was working really well. There was lots of mushrooms and things in the food storage. But the hunting, I'm not so sure about. Yeah, definitely not so sure about. So let's go back. We'll set up the meat. Again, I don't know if you need to roast the meat, but I'm just going to put the meat how it is straight into the food storage. See if that gets rid of their little sort of top left need for food, and then we'll go from there. So yeah. So here we are. I made it back to the food storage land. We're going into the chest here. Aha! And there is loads of meat here now. And rot. Which is interesting, so we'll take that. And also lots of different mushrooms and things, which I'm assuming is from her sort of gathering days. This is great. This is really good that this is happening. What's slightly worrying is that it says they still need food. So if I go here, it says status, no food. So I'll open the chest up. Let's see. I'm going to put on all the meat that we did. 19 meat. Let's put a bullet mushroom in there as well. Fur and leather we can keep. Rye grain we can keep. In fact, we can take that. And we'll hop out of that. Okay, now there's enough food for one person? Seriously? Wow, okay. So 33 pieces, 44 pieces of meat plus mushrooms isn't enough to keep our villagers happy. That seems insane to me. Okay, I'm going to roast the meat, and I'm going to see if that makes it a quick difference. So there we are, we've roasted all the meat. Now we're going to head back over to the food storage, and we're going to dump them all in there and see if this makes a difference. I mean, roasted meat does last longer as well, so actually this is a good thing to be doing. Ah, see, look, since we've left, she's actually added 2 pieces of meat, so that's great. Okay, that's literally made no difference. Okay, oh, no, maybe? Hey, okay, so there we go. So that has made a difference, which is interesting. Maybe they just hadn't come home yet. I don't know. Seemed like a lot of meat. Also, they can just roast their meat in their houses, right? Because they've all got firewood. So I'm not sure exactly how that works. But the good thing is they're no longer hungry. And now we can set off on our task to make loads of knives. Right, so a knife, if I come into this one, let's see if it's slightly different. A stone knife, yeah, we've got nothing else at the moment. Stone knife is 5 sticks and 2 stones. So if we go here, we've got 90 sticks. So if it's 5 sticks to 2 stones, we can grab like 90, maybe like 50 and 25. No wait, 5 to 2. So actually it's a bit less than that. I actually don't know what those maths would be. So maybe 5 and 20, right? Yeah, so 50 and 20. So we grab 56. And how many stones have we got? 11. Okay, so we need to go and hunt for some stones. And actually, getting stones in winter is so much easier. It's almost a delight. I mean, just to see. I'm not saying there will be loads more, but like you can see them from almost like a mile off, whereas normally you're like just walking around or randomly picking stuff up and hoping that some of them are stones. That's kind of the deal. Until we get to like pickaxe and stuff where we can actually mine it from the vein of stone. Which would be interesting actually to see how much you get from that. And also what that's going to entail as well when we get new villagers and things like that. Also when we get the new villager to do part of the, the other jobs that we're doing, well again we're going to have to get him like a new house, and we're gonna have to feed him, we're gonna have to give him more wood. So it is a bit of like an exponential sort of thing. So like the more people you get, the more resources you will need, and that's gonna get quite tricky. There we go, 20, so 21 rather. Yeah, so it's gonna get quite tricky to manage. We're gonna have to put people on priority for things, but should be all right. There we go. Workbench, stone tools. So that's gonna get us what, like 10 knives, right? Yeah, 10. Perfect. So there we go. Let's do this. And there we have it. 10. All done. Oh, yeah. And took most of the evening. So I think we'll go to bed and we'll go and sell those in the morning. Ah, what a lovely morning. Right. On we go. Onwards we shall go to sell our lovely knives. Actually, what would be good is if we can get to the point where either we're collecting these sticks and stones, and then one of our villagers is making the knives, so that we can just hop in, grab them, go straight to the market, sell them off, boom, bibbity bobbity boom, done. Or we could be the ones making the knives, because then we get the experience for the crafting, and also I think we would be a lot quicker than the villagers are at the moment, which could prove very handy. But we have them collecting sticks and stones, and I'm not sure if that's based on extraction or where we would do that. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at that in the management tab in a sec, once we've sold all of our wares. And Adelina here, show me your wares. So there we are. We will sell those to her. Probably not all of them. We'll keep one back. There we go. That's 105 right there. Boom. Perfect. So now we've made a good little sum. So if we go over to our inventory here, we'll see that we've got 120 coin. We only need 200 to get to our lovely shirt making business, which again is going to make more money, but it requires some more strenuous materials, which are kind of vary from flax thread, and which you have to get from flax stalks. But also, so if you go over here, you'll see it's flax, the linen fabric and the linen thread, which is from the flax stalks, which you also make from this, which we've just done previously to this, which will be interesting because obviously we have to then plant the flax and make all that, etc. So we can see that they're over there working or sleeping, or maybe they've just woken up, but we'll pop into their jobs. Let's see. Now, if we go to crafting and we go to smithy, which apparently is what the thing that we have, which I did not know, and we go to here. Now, to make the hammer, it costs 1 log and 1 stick. For kick on knife, it takes stones, sticks, and a hammer. So, that means that once we've got that in progress, hopefully, so if, like, for example, if he just made knives, so that is 100% of what he does, it means that we will eventually be able to get just a production of knives straight up into that barrel. At the moment he's collecting wood, which is really good, but we have also collected a hell of a lot of wood, so I don't think that we're going to be needing him to be doing a lot of lumberjacking as it stands anyway. So actually, if we go over here, we go to the woodshed, click on that, open that up, and we can see that he's been doing that sticks for, so here we go. So we can get sticks, and he has no tools, so his axe is either run out, or we haven't given him one that maybe has enough hit points, potentially. I'm not quite sure what this means. I think it's 5 hit points. So what we can do is we can take this down and then add that. Or what we can do is just do this, and then this. So now all he's doing is just collecting wood, sticks. The problem is that I don't think we can then have him collecting stones. So this is just the woodshed. And then for us to be able to have that, you have to go to our crafting, go to building, go to extraction, and then we'll have to get one of these excavation sites, or maybe even a mine. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Well, let's see, actually, if we go to barn, storage maybe. Maybe there's some sort of resource storage, maybe there's some, no, so there's no collection from that. The hunting lodge, again, I think it's just, yeah, it's just all that sort of stuff. Here, wowza. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff that we can make there. All very exciting stuff, but again, I think we're going to be doing a lot of that to begin with. This is, yeah, so it's definitely going to have to be from that. So maybe we'll be collecting the stones and he'll be collecting the sticks. Or what we can do is just pick up a bunch of stuff, you know, maybe like 200, 300 sticks, put them all in there. Same with the stones, you get 100 stones in there, and then he just sits there and crafts all day. And actually, I think I like the sound of that, so that's what we're going to do. That is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go over here to smithy. We're going to put it at 100% stone knives, yes. And we're going to assign worker, and it's going to be Siegfried as the blacksmith. Boom. So there we have it. Because he's actually got really good skill at that. And he's got everything that he needs. So that's going to work out really nicely. So let's take some sticks and stones and things for now. We'll just top it up because I do think we did quite a lot of the stuff out last time. So we'll see if we can get some sticks for it now. There they are, they're all chilling out. It's their free time, I believe. I think that's what it means when it says on the on that all that information there that we just saw on the management tab. We'll grab some sticks here. Grab some stones. Quite a few here actually, so that's good. Some sticks as well. I mean, obviously we're going to get to the, we're going to have to gather a lot of sticks and stones, which is going to be really fun. But it will mean that the process is going to be much easier from our side in a way, because all we have to do is this for a while, and then once we've put it all into the storage container next to him, he's just going to be happy as Larry off making his knives. Well, our knives, which we will then sell to buy stuff. And in theory, what we'll do is we'll sell them and then buy stuff for the village. So eventually, you know, that's sort of the idea, isn't it? It's a self-sustaining system in which, using that, we can then go off and buy bread and meats and things like that. But, you know, one day, I hope that we'll eventually become self-sufficient, and actually everything that we make will be for the village. So all the all the food that we get, and all the sort of resources that we're going to pick up is going to be for obviously sustaining the village,
Just going to put all the leather in here and all the fur in here. And then I'm going to put the rot up here so that it can be turned into fertilizer. All of the stuff that will be collected from the village will eventually just lead to the village being self-sustaining. So like there'll be crops, and then those crops will then make flour, and then the flour will then be turned into bread, and then the bread will be used to feed the villagers. And then that also will then be sold, if needs be, to the villagers. No, I don't actually know where straw goes. We'll just keep it on for now. To the other villagers, as well as the meat and things and the things that are gathered, and also the clothes and things that we'll be making. So eventually there's going to be enough people sort of concentrated into this space so that the sewing will be made and then sold. The food will be kept in the food storage until it needs to be sold. And then the other stuff as well that's going to be sort of crafted and kept around for other people will be sold. So I think this is sort of like the manufacturing bit. The sewing and this will be sold, and then everything else will be kept in there and in there. And then when our villagers are unhappy, we'll have to sort of manage them a little bit easier. So let's see. When we go to our management here, we've got them all working, right? So then we go to this, and we go to, what's he on now? He's on the smithy. So we'll open up the smithy, and we'll see here. So he's working. He's already doing things, and he's done a total of 0.39 hours on it already. Now, what slightly worries me is the pace. I don't know. Do things appear in here? Stone knives. 2. So he's made 2 stone knives. That is amazing. No, wait. Oh, I put those in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I put those in there. Oh, look at the fur and leather, though. That's probably from her hunting. From Berta hunting, which is great. The clay, I was the one that put that in there. So I want... But I definitely put 2 knives in. For her to use. So I wonder how that works in the sense of like, is she now using the knives, or have those knives come from Siegfried making them in there? Maybe we'll let some time pass and then we'll come back and see and have a look at that. Also, the other thing I want to have a look at is if we go to our technology here and we go to excavation shed, cutting down trees, mining rocks, digging clay, right? So the building technology applies to building, so it's related to the extraction type. So this one here is a worker building for mining rocks, salt and limestone, or digging clay, right? So there we go. That's exactly all it does. A worker building for cutting down trees to obtain logs and sticks. So again, that's all that's going to be able to do. The cool thing is that we get a simple wooden stool and also a fence that we'll be able to start putting up and maybe using it to put around the town, make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, the other thing I want to look at is, so this is all, right, so that's all for animals and barns and all those sort of things. Food storage, that's great. But if we look down here, sewing, tavern, a worker building for cooking and baking. It also has a workstation for cooking, baking, and bigger storage than the lower version. Oh, is this tavern 2? There we go. So we've actually got tavern 1. Doesn't... For cooking only, right. So this is when we can get bread and things. Right, there we go. So we've got multigrain bread, we've got flatbreads, which just requires flour and then buckets of water. We've got flour as well, buckets of water, onion. We've got oat rolls, which require eggs, and eggs. Okay, so we're pretty far away from making any sort of bread. But what we can start doing is if we have a tavern, or at least we learn to cook some different meals, like porridge or gruel even, using the rye grain, we just need a wooden bowl and we can start making some food, which I think is going to be the best thing because you can see it does 20 food. Now, if we go over to our other menu and we look at our inventory... Oh, no, we don't. We will go in here, actually. No, we'll go in here, and we'll look at the meat. I'm pretty sure meat is only 6 nutrition. Roasted meat, 6. There we go. So it's kind of mad the amount that you can get from actually just doing like such a small thing as having the like gruel than it is from, so like the eating aspect of stuff is going to be so much easier. So that's another thing that we need to do as well. So if you go over to, let's say porridge, I mean, we haven't got any oat at the moment, but we've definitely got gruel, so we could do that. But the other thing is we're going to need, I think it's in the workshop here, we're going to need wooden bowl. So that's the other thing that we're going to need to buy. But for now, I do think that what's important is that we're able to make money. So once we've seen how many knives he's created, we're going to try and sell those, make some money so we can start doing the shirts, because obviously we need to buy the technology for shirts, which is eventually going to start making us more money. So nothing seems to be going in here. Let's see if the number has increased of knives while we were away. So we had 2 before, and now we've still got 2. So if we go to our management tab, let's see, go to over here to houses, we go to smithy, click on that, open that up. So he's still working on that, which is very interesting. It does worry me how long it takes. Because, for example, we can make, I think we made 10 knives in about like I think it takes about 3 or 4 seconds per knife. So hold on, let's just get, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need 2 stones. 1, and where's the other one? I just saw one. There it is. Cool. So then we go over here to crafting, handcrafting, stone knife. Okay, it takes us 6 seconds to make a knife. Oh man, I think we're just gonna need him doing the wood, because I'm just worried at how long this is taking. I mean, his skill should go up. And again, I don't exactly know where these knives and stuff end up, which is slightly worrying. I think we'll leave it for now. But what we'll do is we'll just do our own knives for now as well. So we'll do a little bit of everything, so that he can at least like finish up doing what he's doing, and then we'll see. Like maybe like at the end of the day, he'll have a batch of knives, right? So I think I'll let it run for a bit, and then we'll see where he gets to on those. But for now, what we'll do is we'll just start collecting some sticks, we'll collect some stones, we'll make some money, and then we'll go over to the town. And oh my, are we hungry? We might have to also feed ourselves, so maybe that might involve actually going over to the town and buying a good meal, seeing as it's clearly a very sort of difficult process if we just want to feed ourselves with meat, which I find crazy. Like, if you have like a big steak, and I'm sorry to those vegetarians out there, but if you have like a big steak, like, you are stuffed, and I always feel like that protein, a good source of protein, keeps you fed for longer. I understand that obviously carbohydrates and thing is going to fill you up better, but I do feel like you stay sort of fuller for longer from proteins. But that could just be me. Right, that's all good. That's done there. I guess also energy-wise, I guess carbs is sort of the way to go. Probably back then as well, it was like a sort of necessary to have that aspect of it, right? You know, you needed grains and sort of root vegetables. That's the other thing that we can do as well, is obviously when we go farming, we can start planting onions and carrots, and we can have lots of little different fields that we're going to be using. At the moment, I'm more interested in planting sort of flax and things like that, so that we've got a source of income for now, and then we'll get it. Oh, survival skill up! Yeah, boy! Sweet, that's going to be really handy. That might mean that we could also get some skills that might help this process. Alright, let's see what that was. Skills, and we'll go over here, and let's see what we can get. Oh, this is an excellent one. Survival is 10% slower loss of food. So this can go to 20%, which is absolutely amazing. What else have we got? Bigger alcohol resistance. That could be fun. Faster movement in water. Takes 10% less damage. Slower stamina consumption during movement. Poison. I'm assuming, yeah, resistance to poison and better temperature tolerance. I'm always tempted to go for the survival knowledge, because again, the earlier you get this, the more you're going to see it sort of pay off. But the amount that we're getting hungry at the moment, I'm just going to go for this one. I'm going to go for this one. Oh, it feels almost counterintuitive, because like getting that point thing up to 3 is so good, but getting hungry sort of for less is just it's invaluable. It's invaluable. Right, so we'll just make these knives real quick. There we go, craft them. So, I mean, there you go. We've already got enough for 10 knives, so that's perfect. So let's just do that. So there we have it. All of our knives are done, and just in time as well, because we are absolutely starving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the village. I am unfortunately going to buy some food, which seems so counterintuitive. But yeah, I just can't bother with sort of running around for the other thing. But I do think the next one's going to be to upgrade our technology so that we can make gruel out of the rye grain. So that's going to be easier to sort of sustain. We'll see if the porridge or the gruel is the best one, and then we'll plant accordingly. And then we shall see as well if the... Where are you? Is this you? Yeah. Help me. Help me. Show me your wares. I'll sell you all my knives. Boom, 120. And look, for now, like, it's just so expensive. It's crazy. Oh man, that's insanity. Okay. Oh wow, they've got a lot more stuff though. Hops, mead bottles, beer bottles, stews. This is cool. They've introduced like honey and beer and stuff, which is going to be really exciting. And when we start getting into some brewing later on, that's going to be some really cool stuff. Okay, for now, I mean, it's so tempting just not to buy the gruel and then just like run away. But let's just buy the gruel for now. What? Can't be cooked in a cauldron. Simple dish. Can we just eat it? I wonder if we can just eat it. Let's just buy one. There we go. I'll go now. Let's see. So, oh, yeah, just get the torch out just in case. We'll go down here. Eat that. Cool. So we gain a bowl from that. So that's really good. Because I thought we'd have to serve like a bowl for each meal. So that's pretty good. Okay, so 20 points of food. That's pretty cool. That should keep us going for a bit. And then I'm definitely going to do this. I'm going to go to technology. We're going to go over here. We're going to go over here. And then we're going to just buy... so is it gruel? Porridge is what, 20 as well. Gruel's the same. We've got more rye, so we'll just do that for now. That's actually better, but then we need cabbage and carrots and things. Scrambled eggs. That sounds delicious, but again, more carrots and things. That's only 10 food. This is sort of the best, is the beetroot. 35. Yeah. Boom. We've bought the gruel. So now we need to go back, make some more knives, and then we're finally going to be able to get to shirt production using the linen stuff that we've got. But I think for now that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much. I'm really looking forward to the next one. I've got some really exciting stuff coming up, and also I just want to say a massive thank you to all the new subscribers and welcome back, welcome to the channel. It's so exciting to have you guys all here, and I just love making this content for you. Love you guys, and yeah, let's just keep this community growing. If you haven't already, do subscribe, hit that like button, or yeah, if you want to find out when the new videos are coming out, hit the bell icon as well. But yeah, so in the next one we're going to get some serious production, money making. It's going to be great. It's going to be grand. I've been Bear Bashes Buttons, and remember, stay safe, stay happy, stay gaming. All the best. Bye bye.